What's up, Rockstars? I recently got some new liftgate struts for this liftgate in my 944, and while I was getting ready to make this video, I was thinking how I can make this a little bit interesting. Not so much how to do the liftgate struts, but how long I've had these broken for. I've actually lived with these liftgate struts for probably 20 years not working. Whenever I would need to have the trunk open, I would just stick a baseball bat. But it's not too safe because eventually the glass could probably crack. So I decided to get some new struts. But these liftgate struts, they're really easy to do and they're really not that expensive. So I put it off for a long time. Let's see, just put those on like that. That's good. But it got me thinking, how many other things do I live with broken on my car? And as a mechanic, you live with a lot of stuff broken. You just put up with it. It doesn't bother you. So let's go over some of the things that are broken on my car, and we'll talk about it. My hood struts don't work either. So I'm gonna have to order some of those soon. That's next on the list. Yep, I just gotta use a baseball bat to hold the hood up. This door jamb switch that turns your dome lights on has been stuck for a very long time. I would say at least 15 years. So it only controls the dome lights, so I'm not concerned with it. Doesn't bother me. So I just don't have dome lights in this car. The shifter boot. I actually do have a new shifter boot. I am gonna replace that. I will make a video on it at some point. But this boot underneath, actually some mice had chewed through it one time, and I tried to repair it, just putting a piece of plastic. But it doesn't hold, so I actually ordered one of these. They're actually pretty cheap. I put it off for a long time, and it's just cosmetic. It's not a big thing, but I want it to look nice, so I will replace both of these. The AC doesn't work in this car. This is just my summer car, so I'm not concerned with it. Yeah, okay, summer car, you want AC, but I drive with the windows down. It's just a fun car. I don't need the AC to work. Interesting though, when you turn the AC on, it turns the two fans on. For a while, my car would overheat, and all it was the fan control switch, and I could have bought one for 20 bucks aftermarket, but all I would do was turn the AC on and those fans would stay on, and that would keep my car from overheating. I ran the car like that for years. Finally, I spent the money, bought the switch, and now it's fine. Now I don't have to worry about putting the AC on. But that's one thing that's kind of interesting. There it is, that fan switch right there. Factory ones generally, yeah, they can be better sometimes, but sometimes you don't have to get factory parts. So it's not worth not replacing it, just replace it. The passenger window switch. That passenger window switch had not worked for probably 5 years. So anytime there was a passenger in the car, I would have to roll the window down and up. They wouldn't have the option to. I recently got a new switch and it works fine now. The windshield washer pump on the Porsche in the 944. This pump went probably when I first got the car, and I didn't bother putting a new one in forever. Not realizing aftermarket parts, you can get some pumps pretty cheap. Probably paid 20 bucks for the pump, and now it works fine. So it's something I put off forever, but now it works good. Dome light works in the BMW. Oh, the speakers in this car are rattling. Some of them are blown. It's driving me nuts. So that's something I can't really handle. I can't leave that. I have to replace that as soon as possible. So once I get a chance, I'm probably gonna order the speakers soon, and I'll make a video on that. But speakers, something I can't live without. That coolant level light is just the sensor's a little whacked. I could replace the sensor. That's not a huge deal, but check engine light, As long as it's not a misfire code, generally I'm not that concerned with it. I did fix the exhaust. There was a O2 sensor code. I already replaced the O2 sensor. I still have an evap code that I have to fix in this car. So I'm working on that. I'll get to it. Don't worry about it. So that's been like that for a little while. What happened was the flange broke on my muffler, and I put a piece of pipe in there and I welded it in. Originally I just clamped it and it rotted away, and then I welded a piece in, and it lasts about 6 months and then it breaks again. So I gotta fix that someday. Alright, that looks pretty good. Make this up. Oh, that's a little weird. Huh, when I hooked this up, my dome light came on over here. What the heck is that? It must be grounded through that. That's the oddest thing. Look at that. That hasn't done that in over 20 years. Sweet. So there's my list of things wrong with my vehicles and things I probably won't fix, or maybe I'll get to them someday. But I'm sure there's other mechanics out there, or even if you're not a mechanic and you live with stuff broken in your car, I want to hear about it. Leave me a comment below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. Thanks, guys.